It's one of the most magnificent sights you can possibly see. A vulture soars by, high up in the sky, in all its regal grace. Smoothly, silently, splendidly. It's breathtaking. Lappet-faced vultures fly up to 30 miles per hour, but most of the time, they soar passively. Suddenly, the bird's beady eyes behold a carcass as far as 1 mile away, and the magnificent bird swoops down to the ground. You see, the most popular food on the lappet-faced vulture's diet is carrion. They also feast on small mammals and birds. Hey, carcasses are tough. How can they be food for birds? It's strange, but lappet-faced vultures are the last to the party. They let other birds enjoy their meal and then swoop down to partake their portion afterward. The reason? These vultures can handle the chewy parts of a carcass that smaller scavengers cannot cut through. They eat the parts no other scavenger could eat. That's because the vulture has a very strong beak, which enables it to tear apart even tough skins, tendons, and ligaments. A lappet-faced vulture can strip a small antelope carcass to the bone within just 20 minutes. Additionally, they are equipped to digest these tough carcass parts. Their super strong stomach acids dissolve bones and pathogens that would make other animals sick. Carrion, or carcasses, make a strange menu, not only because of their toughness. You see, carcasses are perfect breeding spots for disease. Many people are afraid it's dangerous to come in physical contact with vultures, since they may be spreading diseases from the last carcass they fed on. So here's an interesting piece of news. Lappet-faced vultures actually slow the spread of diseases. As scavengers, these vultures search for dead animals and remove them from our environment. Lappet-faced vultures are clean birds. They have large lappets, or fleshy folds of skin, hanging from their heads. Besides being a most noticeable feature that sets lappet-faced vultures apart from other vultures, these lappets keep food out of the bird's ears as they feed. They've got bald heads and necks, no feathers here, and that helps them stay clean even as they dig through carcasses. After a feeding, lappet-faced vultures dip their heads into water for a quick cleaning. What immaculappets! Have you ever seen a lappet-faced vulture? Probably not, unless you visited Africa or the Middle East. Further complicating matters is the fact there are very few of them around, and their population's dwindling steadily. If you think into it, it's strange that lappet-faced vultures are an endangered species. After all, they are from the kings of the skies. When smaller birds notice them around, they zoom off. Parenthetically, there is one kind of smaller bird that actually gets along well with the lappet-faced vulture: ravens. The blackbirds even share a common language, which they use to speak with lappet-faced vultures. They often fly together, especially in the Red Sea area of Egypt. But the ravens are unique in that sense. All other birds seem to know to stay away from these aggressive vultures. So why, indeed, are lappet-faced vultures heading toward extinction? First of all, vultures need the good fortune of surviving infancy. The young are vulnerable to predators such as crows and wildcats. Once they grow up, they hardly face natural predation, but they are threatened by human activities. Poisoning is another big threat. Many lappet-faced vultures die when they consume bait laced with strychnine or other poisons placed by farmers who are afraid these predators threaten their livestock. Some are directly killed by farmers, and others by poachers who are afraid the vultures flying overhead will reveal to rangers the location of animals they've poached. In some parts of Africa, they are hunted for food. Your average lappet-faced vulture can survive up to 50 years in the wild. They weigh between 10 and 21 pounds and have a wingspan of 9 feet. That's taller than any human you know. These vultures are the largest species in Africa, and they are probably the rarest, too. Lappet-faced vultures are solitary birds. They prefer gliding the skies on their own, or in pairs. Most lappet-faced vultures don't migrate, although some have been found to fly north during the rainy season between April and July, and return in the dry season, from August to March. While the lappet-faced vulture is a fascinating bird, it isn't advisable to imitate its manners. You see, the personality behind the vulture nature isn't all that complimentary. Can you guess why? If we were to scrutinize the human psychology of those who copy the vulture, we would find a very patient, overly cautious individual who avoids risks at all costs. He stays clear of crowds and broods in silence when he is wronged. But he doesn't let go of grudges easily and relentlessly schemes on how to repay those who've mistreated him. Someone with a vulture nature tends to look for weak spots in others and manipulates those around him in order to get ahead. So continue to be enamored by this regal bird as it slickly glides across the sky and adroitly swoops down on its prey. But make sure not to flock together.
Vigdy,
You're a genius!